good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Hold on, y'all. Um, Happy Sunday, everybody. How y'all doing today? Boy, we got a lot of stuff going on, man. It's a, it's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, and you're gonna have to be mindful not to get caught up in this trap. All right. Now, we had Charlie Kirk get killed, and this is what I find interesting about that situation. They ain't even do an autopsy on him. In fact, all of the evidence that for his assassination was really destroyed. They just destroyed that. No autopsy, no police didn't come in and view the body, none of that. And everybody talking about they trying to be like Charlie Kirk. And let me tell you what I think happened to him. He probably was a good guy, but he sold his soul. See, the stuff he was saying was bringing in so much money. He actually sold his soul. He did. He might be, probably a good guy, but that money got to him. And let me talk about this thing down at Tennessee State University. These two white boys go sit up on campus with MAGA hats on and get kicked off campus, and everybody talking about how rude Tennessee State was to them. Get the fuck out of here. Now, when Charlie Kirk was killed, HBCUs all across the country was getting threats from all across the country when Charlie Kirk was killed. Okay? HBCUs were getting threats from this. And then you turn around and out of the blue, two white boys with MAGA hats come up and sit up on your campus unannounced. See, this is the problem. If you want to do this, do it the right way. Do it the right way. Go through it. It's too much happening right now on college campuses for just total strangers to come and set up and talk about, oh, we want to have some dialogue. Why come you ain't try to do it the right way? Why you didn't go through the administration? And because that's just like somebody coming into your house talking about, oh, I'm here, I'm doing fine, Melanie. That looked like one of my trolls too. I hate to say that, but that show looked like one of my trolls. Let me see if this is one of my trolls right here. Let's see. I believe it is. Let me see what you got, Melanie. Okay, I'm going to let you stay. You joined March 19, 2021. I'll let you stay, Melanie. I'm doing fine. I'll let you stay. But anyway, as I was saying, if they went about this to, hey, B, what's going on? Cape Cod, Massachusetts. All is well, B. Enjoy that, man. Enjoy that. But these two white dudes that went down to Tennessee State, if they had did it the right way, went through the administration to let them know, we want to do this. Cause in fact, the administration might would have set up something so they can, but just to go and sit down and talk about unannounced, and we gonna sit down and who do the most mass shootings of any race? White men. And you got two white boys with MAGA hats to unannounced gonna come up and just plop down on your campus talking about they want to have some dialogue. Well, how come you ain't do it the right way? And this is see, and only white people can do this and get away with it. Let me say that shit again. See, only white people can do something like that and get away with it. I bet let some black kids go pull up on a white campus and sit down with some Black Lives Matter hats on. Talking about we want to have dialogue. Shit. Man, they put them jokers under the jail. Under the jail. See, so no, well, David, if you it see, and let me say this here, y'all. Let me say this. Like this little dick motherfucker come up in here talking about, oh great, another race channel. And like, ain't no racial tension in America. This is the thing that, oh, another, like, ain't no race tension in America. And so if it's another race channel, just cause I'm black, why don't you get the fuck, take that little dick energy somewhere else? Why don't you do that? Okay? All right. Well, let me see who this is. Let me see who this is let me see who this is. Let me see who this is. Let me see who this is. Let me go to your channel. See, October the 1st, 2011, David, whoever you are, ain't got no subscribers at all. But yeah, you want to come up in here talking. Come on, man. This ain't the little dick playground, David. You're on the wrong playground. Okay? All right? You're on the wrong playground, David. So just go on somewhere else. You barking up the right tree, buddy, but you're on the wrong playground. You're on the wrong playground. Okay? Look, y'all. So you can tell. Look. See, you can tell he been listening to me, cause now you want to come out and that's right. Go back to the little dick playground, man. Okay, going on. Everything's good, Tim. Everything's good. And who is this Alicia talking about? Be quiet. How you gonna come up in? How you gonna come up in my live and tell me to be quiet? Yeah. Okay, so you. I tell you what you do. Go fix you another profile and come back, cause you out of here. You gone. Okay. You out. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Yeah, get you out of here. Get you out of here. Let me remove that. There we go. All right. David say life is what you make it. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. You can get some bad breaks that you don't have no control over, David. You know, so it depends, man. It just right now we got some. This is what I think. This is what I think. With the state of with the state of the situation, not only in America, but the world, maybe we need a timeout between races. Maybe we should segregate. Maybe. Since we can't seem to be able to get along together, why don't we just separate? Cause ain't nothing else working. Nothing else is working. Well, I mean, they had a shooting in North Carolina today, had a shooting in Michigan today. Charlie Kirk got killed last week, and countless other stuff, and people still not fed up. They not tired. They not tired. They still tolerating all of this madness. But yet, don't nobody want to do nothing positive. Don't nobody want to put any positive energy into the atmosphere. But you fed up with what's going on. You're tired of what's going on. And seeing that, and it's a lot of people, and I keep telling you, it's good people that's afraid of other good people. This is the problem, not only in just America, but the world. If we could just get good people to come together, we could solve this madness overnight. But we can't get good people are scared of each other. Good people. And I've been saying this 5 years. Good people are afraid of other good people. This is the problem. Everybody's scared to trust. Everybody is scared to trust somebody that they don't know. That's the problem. That is the problem. Because if you wasn't afraid to trust, see, it wouldn't be, well, if I give you $1, what you gonna do with the money? That's trust. That tells me right there that you don't even know me from Adam, but you got a trust issue with me. You got not with me, with yourself. Okay? All right? You have a trust issue with yourself, not with me. And that's what we need to get back to, man. Giving each other a chance. Before you jump to so many foregone conclusions, give a person a chance. And most folk are not even willing to do that. But they're unhappy. Man, I can't tell y'all. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could just show you how many people that will come up to me during the course of a day, look at that donation bucket, look at my sign. Oh, I agree with your sign. And scared to put $1 in the bucket. But I'm supposed to be impressed because you agree with my message. But you won't do anything to help it be successful. Hey, David. Hey, you can always start your own live, man. Why you want to come up here and figure out you're not that important? Matter of fact, this is my first time seeing you on one of my lives. And you want to come up in here and like you run things? David, I hate to block you. I really do. Okay? I really hate to block you. What's going on, Tanya? How you doing? Thank you for joining me. But let me tell y'all something. See, a lot of y'all sitting around talking, a lot of y'all sitting around talking talk, but let me tell you, come Tuesday, this government gonna shut down. And I'm gonna tell you how I know the government is gonna shut down come Tuesday. Because last Wednesday, whatever day they was up in New York, Turkey and Netanyahu came to DC and they put the fence up. And normally when they leave, they take the fence down. But the fence is still up around the White House. And here's gonna be the thing to watch. Okay? They do it every year. But this time got a little, but But listen, so if they shut the government down, are they still going to be deporting people? If they shut the government down? If they shut the government down, is he still going to send in the National Guard? Because they ain't going to be getting paid either. What they going to do? If you shut the government, if the government shut down, are we still going to have the National Guard going into all these cities? Is ICE still going to be in full force if the government shut down? Oh, you can guarantee their paychecks, but you can't guarantee nobody else's paycheck. See, something is going to give. Something is going to have to give shortly. Okay? Because we going to see what's going on. Well, you have to understand, David, there's so many wolves in sheep clothing that come up in here. Okay? And you came with the characteristics of a wolf in sheep clothing. you came with the characteristics of a wolf in sheep clothing. That's why you got the response that you got. Okay? That's why you got the response you got. I ain't just, you know, I've been at this for a minute. And obviously, you don't go live because you ain't got no subscribers. So all you want to do is come in and be able to participate and listen and do whatever. But, but why not do some lives of your own? Oh, you ain't got 1,000 subscribers. That's why you can't do no lives, because you ain't got 1,000 subscribers. So you have to come in and get in on somebody else's stuff. Come on, man, give me a break. All right, give me a break. I'm 72. I'm past all this. All right, come on, give me a break. Give me a break. But anyway, well, I know you ain't doing too much, David. I know you ain't doing too much. Cause let me see something. Let me go back and look. Let me go back and let me go. And see, this how I know you a joker. Cause see you don't even have a profile pic, buddy. You ain't got no profile pic. You do stuff for your community. If you doing something for your community, how come you got to come in here as an imposter? Why you can't come in as yourself? All right. So what I'm gonna do for you, David? Your life is private for a reason. Okay. Well. Since your life is private for a reason, you going on back with your private life and get the fuck up out of here. Okay? Just going on with your private life. See you later. That's an easy fix. Get out of here. Since your life is so private, go back to your private life. Get out of here. All right? That's how we'll do that. See, you making yourself more important than what you really are. You trying to be more important than what you really are. No, man, but getting back to this week though, if this government shut down, it's going to touch a lot of folk. And a lot of folk going to be touched that didn't even realize that what they're doing was predicated on whether the government be open or not. Man, look how many people, and see, the politicians still gonna get paid. But it's gonna be interesting to see, are they still gonna pay ICE if the government shut down? Are they still gonna be deporting? And are they still going to be sending in the National Guard to these cities? If the government, see, and now you're faced with a situation where you got some people that are not getting a paycheck and you still want them to perform. Is there going to be any retaliation, any retribution, any disagreement with this? Are you going to have some people that ain't going to say, no, if I ain't getting paid, I'm not doing this. Well, see, they've already have see this thing of the Democrats and the Republicans and man, that's all of that is crap. All of that's just crap. Because them same people that run around talking about them Democrats, them Republicans, behind closed doors, even sleeping with some of them. Behind closed doors. They sleeping together. But they come out here, got us thinking they fighting. Okay? All right? They got us think they fighting. And in reality, they just playing the game. Cause this is what people want. People don't want they don't want no civility. They don't want you to have an answer to the problems that are going on in the world. They don't want that. They want this confusion. They want us fighting each other. They want a race war so they can still get richer by keeping us divided. And you got so many people that's falling into this trap of still being divisive, not knowing that that's the agenda. How come somebody can't bring us together? How come we can't come together? You know, how come we can't start talking to each other and stop talking at each other? I mean, seriously, why is that? And you would think that, you know, after Charlie Kirk, all of the violence that's going on, people be saying, well, wait a minute, man. Let's put this message up front and center and see what happens. But no. And I'm just trying to live the American dream. Come up with an idea that can generate generational income. Okay? All right. What is this here? GD. Man, Brazil is Brazil and India are the two nastiest, cheapest countries that come down to the White House. Honest to God. I don't even play their national anthem. Brazil, India, I don't even play their national anthem no more. That the people that come from them countries are so rude and so disrespectful. Man, I don't even fuck with them. I ain't playing your shit. India, Brazil, hell with you. No. Come on. Can you play? Nope. Sorry. Why? Because y'all cheap, you're nasty, and you're rude. That's why. That's exactly why. I don't play Ukraine either. I would, after Ukraine put their hands on me, I'll play some music from Ukraine, but I never play Ukraine's national anthem, ever. I wouldn't play it. They physically done put some in. Well, I'm glad you love Brazil. I don't fuck with Brazil. I don't fuck with Brazil at all, under no circumstances. I don't fuck with Brazil. Okay? Brazil, the people out of Brazil are very racist, in my point of view. Okay? They're not friendly, especially to black folk. They're not friendly at all to black people. Brazil. Okay? So don't get me on my soapbox about y'all. Because I see you every day and deal with y'all. I don't fuck with Brazil. I don't play Brazil. Nah. The hell with Brazil. I play Madagascar or Uzbekistan or Tajikistan. I play them before I would play some other countries, Nigeria. You know, some of these off-brand countries, I play them, Slovenia, before I play Brazil. I really would. I had a guy from Germany today. He was some kind of politician in Germany, and they were over at the fence, and I played Germany's national anthem, and he walks over and got a whole bunch of press with him. And say, okay, I would like to play this song. So I played a song for him, and I'm getting free press, man, back in Germany. I'm getting free press. I had a guy today come and say, man, you famous in China. You are famous in China from playing China's national anthem in front of the White House. You are famous. It's just a matter of time. I'm telling y'all, just a matter of time. And then, and I started with my signs. I started with Comey when he went up on Capitol Hill back in 2018. That's when matter of fact, I'm gonna find a picture and show you that's who and they just indicted him, and he's gonna be arraigned next month. I mean next week, the 9th of October. It's when they're gonna do his arraignment. And you know where I'm gonna be? Right behind him with my sign. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. I hope they do start arresting some people. So the court will get busy now. I'll be at the court instead of at the White House. I'll be down at the court. So next when is it? Not Thursday coming, but the following Thursday, I'll be right there at the courthouse, man. When he's arraigned, I'll be right there with my sign. Stop hating each other because you disagree. Message for the world. Matter of fact, I should be the person of the year for that message. I should be the person of the year for that message. And let me tell y'all something. We coming into a time now where whatever you gonna do, you can't be afraid. Let me say that again. Whatever you gonna do, don't be afraid. Do it. Okay? Well, but you see, Nicole, this is the thing. This is the thing that you got to realize. Um, See, the stock market, all of the other stuff. Trump don't care nothing about that stuff. You know why? Because that's not how he make his money. Every way that you look at the way he makes his money, it's got a tax break. Stock market is not how he make his money off crypto. He don't make his money off stock market. See, he could care less. Trump could care less about that stock market. He'll drive it through the floor because it ain't gonna hurt him one way or the other. Because that's not how he get his money. But if you look at how he makes his money, it's thriving. It's thriving. It really is. And he could care less, and he don't mind he'll throw anybody under the bus. He will. And I keep telling y'all, man, the rod of his anger is gonna fail. You watch. It might be a shame, but that's the reality, Nicole. That's the reality. That's the reality. He really don't care because it don't hurt him one way or the other. And he don't care about who else get hurt as long as it ain't touching him. It don't matter. It don't matter. And you got a lot of people out here, man, they don't that's not how they get their money, so they really don't care. They don't have any compassion for people that are going through some things, experiencing some stuff. They don't care. They could care less about that. That's how come you don't see a whole bunch of people with money out among the folk sharing love. You don't see them going in, walking into a restaurant saying, hey man, wait a minute, I'm gonna give everybody a $200 tip because I can afford it. Imagine you walk into a restaurant, say, hey, how many people you got working today? I'm gonna give everybody a $200 tip. That's what you do when you got money. You take care of the people. Well, see, you got to be careful when you're dealing with poor folk because, see, now you taking on God. When you try to take advantage of, because you go all through Proverbs and see the penalties of mistreating poor folk. Okay? Because the Bible say when you give to the poor, you lend unto the Lord, and he will pay you back. Man, in fact, let me show you my Bible at. Oh, here it is. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Um, I'm just going. Okay, I just opened up. This is in Proverbs. Let's see. Um, see, this how I know. This is how I know that. So when people talk about um, this Charlie Kirk is bringing on listen to this. When a man ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies be at peace with him. This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 7. When a man ways please the Lord, he make even his enemies be at peace with him. When a man's ways please the Lord. See, ain't gonna be no division. Ain't nobody gonna be upset. Ain't nobody gonna be angry. And if Charlie Kirk's ways were pleasing the Lord, he would make even his enemies be at peace with him. If his ways was pleasing the Lord. See, just because you get a bunch of people on here talking God, don't mean God know them. And look at their life. You got, yeah, here's an example. Take somebody like Margie Taylor Greene that then cheated on her husband, had an affair on her husband, but always talking about God. serving God and what God will do. But you can't be faithful to your own husband. And nobody's supposed to question that. Nobody's supposed to examine that, Margie. Come on, girl. Come on. All right. Um, but that's and that's any other time I would have came up on the scripture about poor people and God. See, it says, this is Proverbs 19:4. Wealth make many friends, but the poor is separated from his friends. So you got to be careful how you treat poor folk, because God gonna take on. God is there. That's who gonna fight their battle. Period. All right. Um. Uh. B say, I don't blame Bill for having a affair on Hillary. Uh. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because it's if you don't have any rule over your own spirit, you can't blame nobody else. Who you gonna blame? Hillary? Cause he couldn't keep his zipper up? Come on. Okay? Come on. I mean, you have to say, and this is what I'm saying. You gotta, and that's not easy to do. That's not easy to do. To sit down and honestly, but we coming into a time now, y'all listen. We just got in September, and we 28 days in already. Uh, she say temptation. Nicole say temptation is rough. So that's supposed to be an excuse because you give in to temptation. So are you supposed to be, you get a pass for giving in to temptation? Okay, no excuse. Okay, no, it's no excuse. But an idle mind is a devil's workshop. And 9 times out of 10, when people start dealing with temptation, it's because they ain't got nothing on their mind. They ain't got nothing on their mind. So it's easy to come in with a distraction. Okay, it's easy. All right, all right. So, hey man, man. When you start talking about God, see a lot of people, want to split hairs when it comes to God. It's okay, when to use God to make your point. But then when you start looking at yourself, see, you don't look at yourself under the magnifying because ain't nobody perfect. See, you ain't gonna hold yourself accountable. And this is what we got to get to, man, is being accountable. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. It's just that simple. And you can't mix up the two. All right? So all I'm saying, man, is either we gonna come together as people or we gonna perish as fools. And right now, it looks like most folk want to perish as fools because they ain't trying to give nothing else a chance. And it's sad that I can get rich overnight being negative and get ignored trying to be positive. And it's just by the grace of God, man. Every time honest y'all, every time I get to a point where, Lord, I can't do this no more. I'm tired of this message. He'll come along. He'll send somebody along that'll say something or do something. And, and I like, okay, that's the way it is now. That now I see what needs to be done. So, wait a minute, somebody done sent me some money. Who is this? Who is this? Somebody done sent me some money. Hey, Tanya, man, thank you for that $25, Tanya. Thank you, girl. Thank you so very much. Thank you. One day I'm going to be a blessing to you, girl. Ain't going to be long either. Ain't going to be long. One day I'm going to be able to bless you. You, Bernie, Coach E, Everett. I don't know where Laura is, man. I ain't heard from Laura in a long time. Steve, I got a whole bunch of people. I got a bunch of people that I will be a blessing to. And then you'll see everybody be jumping up. Oh, let me send you some money. It's too late now. It's too late. Okay, it's too late. Too late. So, but again, don't give up. It's all I can tell you is don't give up, man. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't give in. Because the minute you throw in the towel is when everything is going to break. The minute you throw the towel in, say, all right, that's it, I quit, then you're going to be really ticked off like, damn, how come I couldn't wait just a little while longer? Because I can tell you, man, these 5 years, I'm 72. 72. That's how old I am, 72. Don't feel it. I don't feel it, but I am 72. I am 72. My mama always told me I was a late bloomer. I used to say, boy, my mama used to tell me, I said, Mama, please don't. She said, boy, you're a late bloomer. I just said, you're a late bloomer. That's what my mama used to always tell me. You're a late bloomer. Thank you, man. I look good for 72. Thank you. Thank you. My mama always told me I was a late bloomer. So I guess, and you know what? And I got to tell you, man, it's almost like when my mom passed, it was like, I can't explain to you the feeling of something that's just lift up off my shoulders. I can't explain it to you, man. I can't explain it to you, but it's just like when my mom passed, boy, it's like just something just lifted up. I was relieved. So I miss that old girl too. I ain't lying, I miss my mama. She used to get on my nerves. Get on my nerves some kind of bad. But I can honestly tell you, today, 10 years later, I miss her. I really do. I wish my mama could be here to get on my nerves one more time. So I can pitch my so I can have my tantrum. I can have my tantrum, boy, and go on about my business, but I can't do it no more, man. Can't do it. My daughters just say, you acting just like your mama. My daughter and I just had that conversation, 2 days ago. She's like, Daddy, you act just like your mama. You may not realize it, but you. No, she didn't. She didn't suffer at all. She didn't suffer at all. No, she didn't. She didn't. But no, my daughter just told me you act just like your mama. That's a hell of a thing to say, girl. That's a hell of a thing to be saying. I act like my mama. But I miss that girl, man. I really do. I miss her. Anyway, so that's my take, man. You know, like Charlie Kirk's wife. She talking about she got 3 degrees. She got a business. Now she's CEO and chairman of the board of this organization. When you gonna have time for your children? If you're doing all that, when do you have time for your children? How come they don't come first? Because any mom, how you gonna travel to? So you got to have some help. See, and that shows you she ain't doing this by herself. She's not doing this for her to take on this responsibility. She ain't doing that by herself. She said she forgave the killer, but I'm not so sure, man. I'm not so sure about this thing with this, because something under his shirt exploded first from that, whatever that pager microphone was under his shirt. Man, that thing exploded. It exploded. And since they didn't do an autopsy, didn't do none of that, didn't have no death. No, I mean everything. You can't. You come on, man. You don't. No police officers. None of that's involved. Because they picked up his body. They ain't wait on the ambulance. They didn't wait on the ambulance. They picked up his body. And who's to say they couldn't have destroyed, here's some evidence. It's something wrong with that. But they want you to follow a certain narrative. That, the Democrats are behind this and that. Come on, man. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But that's what happens when you sell your soul, though. Okay? That's what happens when you sell your soul. That's exactly what happens. Okay? All right? And see, she was 17 when she met Trump. She was 17 years old. His wife was 17 years old when she met Trump in a beauty pageant. Trump who knew her. He knew her. So that whole thing, and see, and when you get Benjamin Netanyahu, we are not responsible for Charlie Kirk. Oh shit! If you wasn't, you wouldn't have to come out and say it. It's a whole bunch of stuff behind that boy's assassination that is not even coming out. They ain't trying to let it out because they're trying to keep the confusion on Democrats. And you know, and you got all these people talking about, oh, I'm leaving the Democratic Party. Show me your voting record. You talking about you leaving? Let me see how last time you voted. Let me see that. See, you got all these people, you know, getting on here. Oh, I'm Charlie Kirk and I'm this and that. Man, look at their track record. They ain't done nothing in their own communities. See, everybody want to jump on the bandwagon that he done got kicked off of. They ain't trying to get their own bandwagon. They trying to jump on something that he done already established. And let me tell you something. Some of his very so-called friends are going to be the ones trying to get in her panties. Oh, his friends right now trying to maneuver to be the first ones to sleep with her. His friends, his so-called friends. They trying to maneuver right now to see who gonna be the first one to sleep with her. You watch. You watch. It's sad, but it's true. Okay? All right, y'all. I see y'all. I'll be back. See you later.